One of the main things that we've asked for in the budget is to do with simplifying ISAs. Now, the government have made a lot of changes to ISAs over the past year to 18 months, and they have been fantastically welcome changes. Without a doubt, we're really pleased with what's happened. We've had the ability to move or to transfer a stocks and shares ISA to a cash ISA. That has been a really good facility for people to do, particularly as they're nearing retirement and they may want to move out of investments into a more stable environment of cash. I think that's a huge change. There's also the ability to transfer your ISA on death to your spouse or your common law partner. And again, that was a very good move. We were very supportive of the government making that available because at the end of the day, most money is saved by couples, not by individuals, and that seemed the right thing to do. We have had the introduction of the Help to Buy ISA to help the housing market, and we know that's been very successful. Over 313,000 accounts have already been opened since the facility was available at the beginning of December, so a very attractive product to consumers. We have got the flexible ISA being introduced from April and also the innovative ISA. So a lot of change has happened over the last 18 months and it's starting to make the whole ISA regime sound rather complicated. So our focus on the submission to the government in preparation for the budget this year was what can we do to try and get some simplicity back within the ISA market? The first thing we're asking for is to say, well, we still have the restriction of just one ISA of each type in any one tax year. And this actually starts to put barriers in people's way. Because if you have a Help to Buy ISA, for example, that's only available as a cash ISA, and if you're going to save in a Help to Buy cash ISA, that means you can't open an ordinary cash ISA with another provider. So it's beginning to restrict some of the facilities and the warm, open environment of an ISA. It's starting to get a little bit more complicated. So our recommendation is that you can actually have any number of ISAs of any type in any 1 year, so long as you stay within the subscription limit, the overarching subscription limit. Customers still already have the responsibility to maintain their subscription limit within that overarching budget now, whether they have 3 ISAs a year or 1. So if they have 3 ISAs a year, I'm sure they're quite able to manage 5 ISAs a year, and it just gives them more flexibility with that. So we think that would be a good advantage for people to give more control and flexibility and choice over how and where they save their money. The other thing we're asking for is that the Help to Buy facility can be available through a stocks and shares ISA as well. We see no reason why that should be restricted to cash ISAs. We do know there is a time limit at the moment on a Help to Buy ISA with the money going in, but the money can stay in that ISA for a number of years later, and a stocks and shares ISA, as we know historically over an extended period of time, an investment tends to give a better return than cash savings. The other thing that we would like to see is some changes in the regulation so that if you're holding cash in a stocks and shares ISA, or you have cash-like products in your stocks and shares ISA, or even some of the products within a cash ISA, the regulations are changed so that managers can provide a better return on your money. This is related to some of the regulations that around the client asset rules, and if some of those regulations were changed, then that money could be held in long-term deposits, which would give a better return to the consumer. So those 3 aspects together, we feel would make the ISA environment even more flexible, provide much greater choice and control for people over where they save their money.